Om Shri Ganesha Om Shri Saraswati Namaha Gurubhyo Namaha. Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Loka Shankaram. So I can hear also. Guruji had composed it, and especially it is chanted every day at Adi Shankara Nilayam. Okay. Bhagavan Shankaracharya's birth, in Adi Shankara Nilayam. Do you all know that? It was our Puja Gurudev. See, Kaladi, all of you know very well. Everyone knows Kaladi, because Kaladi is a place so famous for Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya's birth. But she goes to her mother's home, and then the baby's delivery happens there in the mother's home. Yes, so everywhere it is not just in Kerala only, in our India, everywhere, Bharat, our Desh, country, everywhere, a lady feels very, very comfortable at that time to be in her mother's place. And then the delivery happens. For a few months, she stays there with her mother. And then they shift to the father's place. Shift to the husbands, the fathers. That's how. So, in Kerala, in Ernakulam district, there is a small village by name Veliyanadu. The adjacent place is called Piravam. That is the nearest. So in Veliyanadu, we have the actual birth home of Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya. You have those ancient home. How many of you have seen the place? Okay. Alright. The actual birth home is there. And the birth room where Adi Shankaracharya was born also. Veliyanadu. That home of Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya is called Melpalurumana. That's Mana is a home of a rich landed Brahmana. Usually Brahmanas are poor because their focus is totally on Veda studies and all, not interested. But a Brahmana who is got lots of lands and all given by king and all those things, they also run their own gurukulas and all. So Mana is a house of what they call a landed Brahmana. Nambudris in Kerala. So that is how. So Melpalurumana and Puja Gurudev. So when that place had become so dilapidated and they could not maintain, so generations, centuries go by, and then the wheel of time also. So things change. So when they could not maintain the property, and it looked as though they wanted some very big people, they said we will purchase it and then convert it into what? In Kerala, Ayurveda, massage. Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya's home. All kinds of things. But the family was very, very clear. They didn't want it to go into hands of somebody where liquor and all kinds of things can come in. So they said, no. Still they tried to maintain that. Whatever they could, they managed. When Gurudev came to know, and Gurudev immediately jumped in. And that is how the birth home of Adi Shankaracharya, that sacred birth home of Adi Shankaracharya. Sacred is also a very small word. That to the Shankaracharya of modern times, our own Pujya Gurudev. What work! No one has made Bhagavan Shankaracharya so accessible to everyone like our Gurudev. We all got so inspired by Gurudev's Vivek Chiraman lectures. Gurudev opened our eyes to Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya. So that place got protected. You know, in the Ashtotra Shatanamavali, you have one Namavali. Jirna Mandirodharakaya Namah. Jirna means old, dilapidated. Mandira is divine abodes. Temples, like divine abodes are called Mandira. Jirna Mandirodharakaya, Uddharakaya. He protects. That is all. Boliye Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj ki Jai. Boliye Bhagavan Sri Adi Shankaracharya Bhagavan ki Jai. See, when Gurudev established temple also, he put Bhagavan Shankaracharya as Dakshinamurti. Okay. We are going to Bhagavan Shankaracharya's Jayanti is coming on the 12th. Yesterday was Pujya Gurudev Jayanti. So, there is a celebration all over the world going on. Gurudev Saradani Jayanti, Shankaracharya Jayanti, therefore, Chinmaya Shankara. Have you read Totakashtakam anytime here? No. So I'll be teaching you also how to chant. There is a very, very heart-touching story behind this Totakashtakam. As you all know, Bhagavan Shankaracharya was touring the length and breadth of the country, Bharata Desha, of those times, what is now called as Akhanda Bharata. That's how they call it now. And Bharata Desha was spread from what is present day Afghanistan up to Burma also. And then high from the Himalayas up to the Sagar. That was the width and the breadth of Bharata Desha. So of that time, you know Kandahar, what is called? Kandahar, that is a place of Gandhara Desha, where from Gandhari of Mahabharata fame. And Burma, if you go, Burma was earlier called as, now today Burma, it's not even now called Burma, some other name is there now. Myanmar. It used to be called as Airavata Desha. I think even now that river is called Airavati. Airavata Desha. So, of that Bharata Desha, Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya traveled the length and breadth. That Sarvagnya Pita, you were also saying, no, in Sarvagnya you were. That Sarvagnya Pita is in present day POK, Pakistan occupied Kashmir. Even now it is there, but very dilapidated. I've seen the photographs of that Saraswati. I think now some efforts are being taken to revive it also. So, as Bhagavan Shankaracharya was going to all these places, and such an amount of brilliant work Bhagavan Shankaracharya was doing, wherever he went, he revived the culture and the traditions. People think that, India was, they say, even now some foolish people talk like that. India is not a country at all. It's a collection of various small countries. They have no idea what they are talking. Yes, India may not be country in the usual sense of the term. Because if you go to Germany, when you call Germany as a country, all of them, they speak Germanic. If you go to France, then they speak all French, they speak. Even though dialects may be there, but it's all same French. But if you come to India, every few kilometers, language also changes. So much so that people in the north means people out after Karnataka and all, they don't understand the difference between any of the South Indian languages. For them, all of them is same only. All of them say Gundru Gundru. It is as foolish as people in the South think everything what is spoken, Hindi, Punjabi, Gujarati, Bengali, everything is according to them Hindi. Kaise hoga? Everything is Hindi. Like that. It's so huge, the country mass, and naturally. So if they use these kind of superficial ways to define a country, then it is not one country. But that's not how we used to define our country. We define Bharata Desha as that Desha wherein the Sanatana Dharma is prevalent, wherein the entire nation has that reverence for Veda. And then we say Vedo Kilo Dharma Moolam. That is how we define. Asetu Himalaya Paryantam Bharata Desha. Asetu is Ramasetu. Himalaya Paryantam. So in the crown of India is those massive mountain ranges. Like a crown to Bharat Mata. And then her legs are washed by the Samudra. This is the Bharata Desha. So, we have not related ourselves based on food, based on language, based on dress, based on, really speaking, any of these, like what they would in the Western or in the, in those places, how they define a country. We are not country in that way. We are country united by Dharma. So if you go to a South Indian home, first you go inside, they'll first give you water to drink. You go to Gujarati home also, they'll first give you water to drink. You go to Punjab also, they'll give you a glass of water to drink. If you go to Assam also, they'll give you a glass of water to drink. Everywhere you go. Because our culture and tradition is based on Atiti Devo Bhava. From Asetu up to Himalaya, Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atiti Devo Bhava. These are the principles by which all our ancients have lived. And yes, when they speak of language, today it may look as though we don't have a language. Because the English came and took it away. Before that we had the assault of the Mughals and various people. Like, I'm not going to go into all those historical details, but even till the British came, we still had one language connecting on. and that is the language of Sanskrita. So but they have no idea of all these traditions, of all these situations, all these uniqueness of this great land. But but Bhagavan Shankaracharya, even then, in Badrinath, the people who are doing puja there are the Nambudri Brahmanas from Kerala. In Rameshwaram, those who are doing puja there are the Brahmanas of Nepal. In Rameshwaram. See, all these, not just, of course, wherever Bhagavan Shankaracharya went, he established Advaita Vedanta. He established Advaita Vedanta means don't think that he did not allow worship of Bhagavan and all. No. For the temples, how the worship used to be performed, he made all those guidelines also for temple. Even today, if you go to any temple, Guruvayur temple also you go, Kamakya temple also you go, they'll tell Shankaracharya is created for us. If you go anywhere, you will find Bhagavan Shankaracharya's name is used. That is the beauty of Bhagavan Shankaracharya's work. He was a great national integrator. He was a champion of the Vedic thought. And yes, he was a great reformer also of the traditions. He was a pure Sanatani at heart. What you would say today as Hinduism, we call Hinduism. He was a pure. And this boy, where did he start his journey? He started his journey all the way from Kaladi and went. And he found his Guru where? Govinda Bhagavat Pada, Omkareshwar. And they say he departed, he took Mahasamadhi in the Kedarnath, those places, those hills. Many of Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya's history, etc., is all shrouded in what can I say, stories, anecdotes, in various mysteries only, you can say. Even today, they have not determined when exactly Adi Shankaracharya was born. Among scholars, there is a raging debate going on even now. Some of them place him in the 8th century AD. Others place him in the 5th century BC. So different. Where is 8th century AD? Where is 5th century BC? Nowadays they don't say AD BC also. They say Common Era. Before Common Era, after Common Era, CE they use now. Because that is also a very, very Western-centric approach, where you keep the birth of Jesus Christ as the AD BC. What is this? Yes, those kind of things are welcome, those thinking are correct, no doubt about it. That is one, because a few centuries, a certain group of nations were ruling and subjugating in the name of they are going to give culture. They came to India to think that they should give culture to us. What did they? What do I know the culture? That's not my topic, So as Bhagavan Shankaracharya was going around the length and breadth, and as he was around Sringeri area when he was there was a very, very innocent, very sweet looking, innocent young boy who approached Bhagavan Shankaracharya. Already Shankaracharya had become very, very well known, popular, and he was revered in the nation as a great Acharya of the Vedic Dharma, great Acharya of Advaita Vedanta. Already he was so renowned and well known. So when he came to Sringeri, this boy approached Shankaracharya, prostrated. Shankaracharya also very young only, okay? But he was young in age, but high in wisdom, right? And that that reflects. So kings and everyone, why yes, kings, everyone, the common to the high, everyone benefited from the satsangas of Bhagavan Shankaracharya, paid their respects, expressed their devotion, and when everyone had kind of gone, this boy he goes and prostrates to Shankaracharya and says, I am not good in anything. I am not, but I want to serve you. I know nothing, but I want to serve you. Will you accept me? He was prostrate on the ground. Bhagavan Shankaracharya lifted him, looked at him. And you know, these masters, they just see, not just the person, they just see in the person everything, their past, future, everything. Gave him a small hug and said, please, you are most welcome. Stay with me. That boy, his name was Giri. Giri is his name, Giri. Nobody knows his name Giri now, but his name was Giri. And he was so devoted to Shankaracharya ji. Acharya is Acharya. Bhagavan Shankaracharya is Guru. So devoted. You know, they speak of three kinds of Sishyas. One is a Sishya who, when instructed, does. One is a Sishya who, when instructed, also does not complete whatever the Guru says. That is one type. That's one type. Instructed does not do. Instructed does. And another is what? The first one is, of course, the one who is instructed but does not do. The Mandha type, right? The Madhyama type is one, the Guru instructs, he completes. And the Uttama type is said to be one who is able to understand what the Guru thinks and does it. Understand what the Guru thinks and does it. You can imagine the kind of tuning which is required for that. Absolute tuning. Else, does is one thing. But what the Guru is thinking, the person is able to do. Amazing. Totaka, I should not tell his name. Giri was like that. He was not studying and all, in a literal sense. He was in the class, everything. He was there. Bhagavan Shankaracharya will not start any class without all of them there. The most senior of all of them is, senior means in the sense of one who joined Bhagavan Shankaracharya, was later on who became Padmapada Acharya. I think its name was Sanandana, Padmapada Acharya. He was the most, and he was very learned. Very learned. Very learned in the sense of the Shastra, very learned. The most senior in age was one who was earlier named Mandana Mishra, and later on became the great Sureshwaracharya. Great. He was a senior in age. Then there was this person who was called Acharya. He is so great that when his guru asked him, Kastam Shisho, Kuta Ayata? Oh son, where are you? Oh child, who are you? Where have you come from? Such a person. Immediately he started telling who he is. Ghanachanna drishtir ghanachanna markam yata manyase nishprabam chati budaha tata baddhavad bhati yo buddha drishte sanityopalabdhi swarupoham atma. Such profound self-realization and experience this boy Acharya had that Shankaracharya wrote commentary on that stotra called Hastamalaki. What to tell about these great people? Days won't be sufficient if I start telling all these things. But anyhow, my topic is this boy Giri. He was totally different compared to all of them. Because in the class he's not listening to what is being said. He's saying, what does the guru need? He's not listening to the class. Kya kare? The guru can teach, but the student is not focusing on the teaching. The student is focusing on the guru. How many times will Shankaracharya say, pay attention, memorize that shloka, tell me that. You say, I will. Next class, definitely. But throughout the day, he is only engaged in serving Shankaracharya. I'm not going to say any more Shankaracharya, okay? He's such a great person. You want to say Shankaracharya word, mouth does not come. The great Acharya, Paramatma, our Acharya, Shankaracharya. So all the while he is only serving the Acharya, non-stop. And throughout the day, washing his clothes, getting those utensils clean, getting milk there, doing that, cleaning, folding clothes, just going and seeing whether the clothes are dry. Pura mind is only in this only. Shankaracharya tried his best. Focus. Yes. Never says no, but he had told also he wants to serve. Going on. But no class will be started unless all of them are sitting. So that rule is there. So somehow or other he will rush and then come to the class and sit down. Before the Acharya comes, he'll just come and sit down. But then he'll be watching. Other students are revising what is being taught. He is only watching. I hope he's fine. I hope anything can be done. Should I go there and see? Should I come? What is? His mind is like that. Only he will come. What to do? That Seva Bhav is so much in him that his altar of worship is only Bhagavan Shankaracharya, and everything is for him only. The mother also, father also, everything is. So one day what happened? He had gone to wash some clothes. The river, washing clothes. Maybe the clothes were more that day. Maybe some more dirt was there or whatever. So he was washing. Lost track of time. Not that watch and all are there or alarm clocks, mobile and alarm rings. So they have some idea this time class, and then somehow they manage. His place was empty. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Others are all sitting. He is not there. Bhagavan Shankaracharya is not starting the class. How many times they will read the same thing, verses one after another? After some time, they all closed their eyes and sat quiet. But Padmapadacharya said too much. Some restlessness must be. It is not his nature, but some restlessness, some kind of inner feeling of. He blurted out, why should our Acharya wait for him? Speaking to him and speaking to wall is one and the same. Teaching him and teaching the wall is one and the same. Like that. Shankaracharya suddenly should not have said like that. It just came out. Not that he wanted to tell. And even after he told like that, he felt very bad that he told something like that. But what he said is said. Words once you give up, it can't be taken in. That is the words how it is. Shankaracharya's heart melted. And we know Bhagavan Shankaracharya is not anybody, in his heart. Awoke the deep compassion for that boy Giri. And in a moment of thought, he blessed Giri with the entirety of knowledge and wisdom of the Shastra, which cannot be gained by anyone even through decades or centuries of studies also. It is not possible to gain that knowledge. In a flash of thought, he blessed Giri with everything, the infinite wisdom. And Giri came running. And as he came running, felt prostrate in front of the Guru. Ashtanga Namaskar. Dandavat Pranam. And he started singing the glories of Bhagavan Shankaracharya. That glory. And that composition is in a very, very difficult meter called totaka meter. Meter is called totaka. And he sang those. Vidita kila shastra sudha jaladhe mahitopanishad kratitartha nide hridaye kalaye vimalam charanam Bhavashankara deshika me sharanam Bhavashankara deshika me sharanam Karuna varuna layama Bhavasagara dukkha viduna hridam Rachaya kila darshana tattva vidam Bhavashankara deshika me sharanam Bhavashankara deshika me sharanam 8 verses, one after another. The highest wisdom, the greatest glory of Bhagavan Shankaracharya, penned in the most difficult possible meter. Mellifluous verses. In good Padmapadacharya said that. Like that. So those verses is what we are going to go through. And we shall go through from tomorrow onwards. Already time has gone by. And we will see. These are beautiful verses. Okay? And the blessings of Shankaracharya has flowed through this Giri. So much so that nobody knows his name as Giri anymore. They call him Totakáchárya. Totakáchárya. Okay? And there is one beautiful composition of his Totakáchárya which is again the Totaka meter, and that is called Shruti Sara Samudharana. Shruti Sara Samudharana. So it's a Prakarana Grantha. It's a beautiful text. Shruti Sara Samudharana. Shruti is Veda. Shruti Sara, essence, Samudharana. Picking up the essence of the Upanishads. All right. So with this introduction, let us conclude for today. And tomorrow we will go into the verses. बोलिए श्री शंकराचार्य भगवान की, बोलिए श्री तोटकाचार्य की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।